Hi dear friends, how are you? This is Tariqul Islam comes again with a new episode of my continuous parenting series. And you know that in parenting series I am discussing different issues related with parenting, and now at this moment I am on the part 9 where I am discussing about the marital activities of your child. While your child is quite matured for marriage, on that time what should be your approach, your technique and your activities for the betterment of your child. I am discussing this issue on this part. And today I will discuss another important thing about this issue, that is who will take the decision about the marriage of your child, guardian or child. It is a very much contradictory question, that who will take the decision, and for different culture, different country, different territory, we find different practices. Like in some countries we find that, like the western country and modern countries, we find that that decision is taken by the child, either daughter or son, they take their own decision. But in the developing countries or underdeveloped countries and eastern countries, we find that that decision is imposed by the guardians. Now the question is, which one is the best? At first I want to clear you that both has some positive and negative impacts. I am discussing about the positive and negative impacts of both side. At first, if the child take their own decision, there has some negative impacts, like they are very much emotional on that stage. When they are below 30 or on the 30, they have a lot of emotion, they can't be rational in maximum times, as it is a major decision of their life. Then they should be rational rather than emotional. But when they become emotional, they can't take a proper decision. Like when the boys want to marry, on that time they may ignore some important factors and prioritize some less important factors due to their emotion. Like a child may have some condition that the bride should be looking fair or tallest or many other things. But as a guardian, when the experienced person will deal that issue, they will take it a overlook, they will analyze it from broader sense, like other factors, their education, their merit and other things, they will think about it and analyze this. So it has some negative sides, and there are some negative sides of when the guardians impose their decision on their child. Like when the guardians take decision about the marital activities of their child, on that time it may be wrong decision or may be right decision, that doesn't matter. Matter is the life will be led by the child, not the guardian. The person who is entering in life as conjugal life is the better half of your child, not yours. So it should be proper way to take decision by the child, not the guardian. There is a great debate, so I am not trying to concluding any concrete way. I will just give suggestion that it is better that if you combinedly take a decision about this issue, that both by discussion or by a combined consent, if you can have a common decision, it is best way. But most of the time we find in practice that it is not possible. Guardians are thinking from one side and childs are thinking from another side. What should be done on that time? It is a very contradictory situation. So on that time I will suggest that as a guardian, you have to understand your child's psychology, that why his demand, his thinking level is not matching with you, from which angle he is thinking, and what is the basic difference from your thinking to your child thinking. And whenever the guardians will understand that thing, that time he may be able to analyze the situation properly and find the right way, that how should they guide their child. they may not be influenced by their child decision, but whenever they know that why the child is like that way, that person or that family or that bride, then it will be very easy for them to analyze the future impact of that decision. Like a child is thinking about the outlook, facial expression, or body color, or height of the girl, but the guardian is thinking about the other things like merit, education, social status, and other thing. And that time, if you cannot have a common conclusion, then the guardian should think that what is the primary condition that is prioritizing by your child. If you can understand it properly, point out it properly, that time you will understand that same criteria you may find on other persons. If you think that it is not suitable for your child, on that time you may offer them that same criteria you will find on other persons. So you should avoid this, and this way it will be better for convincing your child. And if you find that the problems that you are thinking as a guardian has no major impact, it is the suspected problems, not actual problems, on the time you should turn from your position, because sometimes we find that we assume many things but it actually have not reality. Sometimes we think that it may be happen but it not happen. So you have to understand that your conditions or your cause why you are not agreed with your child. Your position may be not a concrete position, it may be suspected or assumption. Or if you are in under assumption, you should not be too strict for taking decision or imposing decision, because you may suspect many things, but if it not happened in future, then it will create a distance from you to your child. So that is the I think the best way for having a good decision with consent of all the family members. So today I am finishing my video. I think you have some basic idea and real life example about this problem, that who should take the decision of marriage, either guardian or the child. If you find anything beneficial from my discussion, I will welcome you to subscribe my channel and watch my other videos related with parenting. So thank you very much. Bye.